With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back trackside once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The iSplash Retro Kart League fires things off for the first time to open up season number 2 right here back at you with the Turn 3 Racing Network. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. And what a beautiful sunny night it is here for the Cactus Corral at Phoenix International Raceway. There you can see track temperature under 85 degrees, so these open wheel Lotus 79 machines will have a ton of grip as you see drivers making hot laps here in qualifying. Who's gonna walk away with the pole position here tonight to kick things off for season number 2? Let's find out. Let's get to some of those timing charts there. You can see left-hand side of your screen, Johnny Hamby on a hot streak at the end of Season 1, looking to carry some momentum in the opening round of Season number 2. Hamby goes quick time here from Phoenix, 23:41 is the fast time. They're going to round that on down to 23:40 for Hamby, so Hamby sitting pretty with just about a half of a tenth of a second advantage here in qualifying. Looks to be 12 drivers making the trip out west for the first race in Season number 2. We're going to have a little bit of a West Coast swing to open up the first few weeks here in Season number 2. So I hope you love some sunny, beautiful weather, because we're going to hit Long Beach Road Course next Friday night. Mark it down on your calendars. A little bit of a holiday treat coming at you right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the iSplash Retro Kart League. And as the music fades in the background, the time starts to fade off of the stopwatch, and we've got ourselves just about 45 seconds remaining in qualifying. Nobody able to dethrone the Fast 15 at the top of the board. Johnny Hamby still holding down that provisional pole position. Only Kim Quick out there with the opportunity to take that top spot away. Quick slotted in 11th right now. Can his second lap go any faster? Weininger with a good qualifying effort. He's going to start from outside row number 1. There's Joe Walker back in third. Christopher Hamlick with a good return to the track. Bill Smitham right there rounding out your top 5, and with just your final few seconds, that's going to do it for qualifying. Johnny Hamby takes the first pole position here in Season number 2. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back trackside with your starting lineup after your national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back live trackside as the bells begin to ring, drivers begin to roll. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in the Cactus Corral 80 right here from Phoenix International Raceway. Taking the pole position, starting from inside row number 1 inside the Fast 15 RCA Lotus machine. Johnny Hamby will bring him to the green flag. Darrell Weininger just to his outside. Back in row number 2, the 44 of Joe Walker. And the 82 of Christopher Hamley. Bill Smitham and Chris Brown back in row 3. Row number 4 here tonight, 35 of Trey Mitz, followed by Austin Dabbs. Marcellus Bruni, season number 1's champion, will start inside row number 5 with James Smith. Just to his outside, Kim Quick and Darren Fay will make up the final starting row. Pace car down and away, and we are away. Green flag flies for the first time here in season number 2. Your pole sitter Johnny Hamby gets a good jump on the field. Down into turn number 1, no trouble behind him. One driver way up the racetrack to 42 of Weininger, almost into that outside wall. A lot of battles early here. Lap number 1 just underway, and we've got positions being gained, positions being lost. Smitham down 2 positions from 5th back to 7th. Here comes that 82 of Christopher Hamlink. He's up 1 spot from where he qualified. Gonna move from 4th into 3rd as we make our way into turn number 3 on lap number 2. Your pole sitter Johnny Hamby begins to step away 3/10 of a second advantage for Hamby as we cross the line and begin lap number 3. At the 80 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Close racing right here for that 3rd and final podium position. Fastest lap of the race going to be turned in that time around by Hamlin. Close battle going on deep in the field. We'll take a look at this. Season 1's champion stuck on the high side. Marcellus Bruning losing some ground. Going to lose the spot to Kim Quick. Fight back here as Quick looks back down to the bottom. Through the dog leg and back to turn number 3. Kim Quick not letting the fight go away. Bruning going to crowd him down to that inside lane. Try to keep him pinched down off of the corner exit. It's going to work, and Bruni's going to get a run down the front stretch, but here comes Quick through the corner, slides up, tire contact, little bump, no harm, no foul. Both drivers continue in the proper direction. No fast repairs, so if you see contact, you see trouble. It is going to spell big trouble for these drivers tonight. Marcellus Bruning may be suffering a little bit on the handling, and into the outside wall. Into the outside wall goes James Smith. That 69 makes contact with the outside wall. The Miller Lite 69. Lotus machine contact with the outside wall of a turn number 1, and he's going to slide deep into the field now. Going to be scored in that 12th and final position. Almost 4 seconds off of your race leader, Johnny Hamby, who has not been able to step away. Weininger let him build a little bit of a gap, and he's brought himself right back up into the mix. Your top 2 as they cross the line to begin lap number 8, right where they qualified, right where they started, but they have company now. Here comes that 82 of Hamlink, looking to the outside, and the Scotch started at 3 in. Lotus 79 machine, Weininger has got to defend on the bottom, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out. It looks like Hamlink is going to take that position away, utilizing the high side. We haven't seen a lot of drivers run that middle to high lane, but here we go, Hamlink making it work. Close battle there, 1st and 2nd now on the high side. Here comes Hamlink looking for the race lead. Back for 3rd position, pass on the inside of the racetrack. Joe Walker going to make it work for him. He'll pull even and work his way around as we've got a new race leader for the first time here in season number 2. Christopher Hamlin going to go top of the board. How about the run here for Joe Walker? Already now battling through that 2nd position as Hamby begins to slide deep into the field. Or slide back 2 positions, I should say, now from 1st to 3rd. How about the big run here? Chris Brown making his way up through the field, making some noise in that 37 machine. There you can see right behind him is Trey Mitz. And, whoa, we got trouble on track. Trouble for the first time here in season number 2. Caution flag waves at Phoenix Raceway, and it looks like Kim Quick may have not have been quick enough on the response time and the reaction. Caught up and involved in this one. I tell you what, let's go high above the track with the turn 3 drone cam. Let's go check the replay. Oh, there's tire contact and around. Oh my. That is going to be some significant contact for the 21 Kim Quick with significant contact there. We'll take one more look at it. Try to look, and I believe that is Austin Downs looking to the inside. There's the tire contact. Up the track they go. More drivers pile in. Oh, and that is a big, hard hit for Dabs. That's going to put him on pit lane for quite some time, so we'll jump back live with your race leader. Once again, Christopher Hamlin showing the way, grabbing that top spot, moving up 3 positions from where he qualified. What a run to the front here to open up season number 2. Pit road can stay clear. Only the 3 drivers caught up and involved in that latest on-track incident are going to come to pit road. James Smith, Kim Quick, Austin Dabs, all to pit road. Smith with a quick pit stop, but unfortunately going to have to stay for an extended period of time in their pit boxes, getting attention from their crewmen. Austin Dabs and Kim Quick are going to lose a handful of laps here if they're even able to get back out on track. Austin Dabs with a huge hit into the outside wall after the contact in the corner. Dabs and Quick, significant impact, and that's going to put a damper on day 1 for them in season number 2, but we've got a long way to go here tonight. We'll see if anybody can get up there and challenge Hamlin. If you're just joining us, race fans, Christopher Hamlin started back in the 4th position. He has made his way up to first, running the high lane, not taking the shortest way around the track, but the longest way around the racetrack. And he has made some power moves, and he has made that top side work for the Target 3M Scotch. 82. Hamlin on a roll here. As the pace car lights are off, we're ready to fire things off once again. Down and away it goes, and away we go. Green flag flies once again to bring us back up to speed and back into the action. Hamlin quick on the gas, and he's going to get to turn 1 and have a 4/10 of a second advantage. Close battle now between Johnny Hamby and Darren Weiniger. Darrell right there all over the gearbox of your pole sitter. Christopher Hamby trying, Johnny Hamby trying to keep him back there. I was thinking, taking a look at the gap there for Christopher Hamlin, who's still leading this race. We'll take a look back real quick. Take a look as Darrell Weiniger trying to take that position away, but not quite getting the run that he needs. He gets to the gearbox, but not able to do anything with it. Weiniger going to stay back there in 4th for the time being. Big running out of the corner for the 37 of Chris Brown. Trey Mitz going to come right along with him. Great racing action here on lap number 17. Going to come around, take lap 18 here from Phoenix Raceway. And you know, I got to give a shout out to my man right here. We're going to get up close and personal. Let's take a good look at this Scuderia Ferrari Niki Lauda tribute. If you're any type of Dave in the Cave buff, buddy, friend, family even, you know what a big Ferrari fan I am. I even have Ferrari shoes. I'm not joking you one bit. If you don't have me on Facebook or Instagram, just go ahead and do it. And I promise you, each and every year I purchase Ferrari Pumas from the official Ferrari team store. I am absolute avid enthusiast of Ferrari, and especially obviously Formula One and all the open wheel racing action. Close racing here. We'll be quiet. We'll get to lamenting a little bit later. Close racing action here from first all the way back. Hamlin has got a walker all over him. Weiniger has been able to make the pass on Chris Brown. who's also gotten by Johnny Hamby. So your poles that are beginning to slide deep into this field. Trey Mitz trying to make something work here, trying to look and search around the track. He's going to go to the high side. Not able to get the jump done just yet. Still side by side is Brown and Bruning. Bruning making some headway as well. Started deep in this field, back in the 9th position. He's driven his way up into the 5th position and looking for a little bit more as now Christopher Brown stuck on that inside lane. Doesn't seem to be getting the run up out of the corners that he needs. And Darren Fay gonna close right on in. That 2600 Atari Lotus 79 machine. Gotta say, I'm a fan of it. I like it. It brings me back to my childhood days. Yep, that lets you know just how old Dave really is. Been in the cave for quite a while, just saying. A little over a quarter of the way through tonight's race and a lot of great racing action all over the racetrack. We're going to jump back to the front though. Let's watch the battle ensue between your top two drivers. Christopher Ham, Lincoln Darrell Weininger going at it. The Miller highlight. Number 1 trying to get it down. Got him listed as the 42 here. We'll have to check in and see why the transponders are sending us that 42, but nonetheless, we'll keep it at the front of the field, looking to the inside into turn number 1. Here comes Weininger looking for the race lead. Out of turn number 1 through the dog leg, back to turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race into turn number 3. Still digging. On the bottom, here comes Weininger. He's going to get the spot off of the exit of the corner. A new race leader for just the second time here tonight. Darren Weininger gonna take that top spot away from Christopher Hamley, who slides back to second. And the man that was falling deep in the field, well, he's stopped the bleeding. He's found a way around the track. Here comes Johnny Hamby, your pole sitter, looking to get back to the front of this field. Joe Walker, Trey Mitz going at it for 4th and 5th. Marcellus Bruni right behind them. Oh, and a bit of a moment there. Up the racetrack goes Walker. That's going to bring Bruning right into the mix. Marcellus, season number 1's champion, right here looking for a position on the inside of the racetrack. Very close between those two drivers. We'll take a look right here. Another battle side by side. Christopher Brown going to take it to the inside. It will take that position away from Darren Fahey, who goes back to the 8th spot. A lot of battles all over the racetrack. We're going to continue to jump around and trying to bring you all of the action. Back at the front. Two, three, four, five, 6 drivers battling for positions all right here within a second of each other. Absolutely phenomenal racing at the front of this field, and all through the field, really just these guys at the front are all over each other. Anybody makes a mistake and there's going to be some big time trouble. Trey Mitz gaining some ground on Johnny Hamby, looking to the inside now through the dog leg and down to the turn number 3. Big dive into the corner for Mitz. He's able to keep it at the bottom of the racetrack. Can he keep the momentum off the corner exit? The hill drag race to turn 1. Great move, great battle for position as Trey Mitz going to take that 3rd spot away. Now look for 2nd. Could we see 3 wide for 1st? That opportunity is going to kind of fade away just a little bit, but Hamlin not. Whoa. Big moment there. Hamby and Mitz almost coming together out of turn number 1. That could have spelled big trouble from those two drivers, but for everybody behind them as well. I don't think they're going to have enough time to react. I believe if something goes on in front of you, It's a little too late to be pressing the brakes, and you're going to find yourself wrapped up and involved with an on-track incident. A little bit of house cleaning here as we slowly roll into the halfway point of tonight's Cactus Corral 80 from Phoenix International Raceway. Started tonight event with 12 drivers. We have had 2 retirements. Kim Quick, Austin Dabbs going to be caught up and involved in our first on-track incident for season number 2, and they will be out of tonight's race, walking away 11th and 12th in the point standings from race number 1. Quick and Dabbs visit the hauler a little bit early. Battle continues to rage on right around that second to about 6th position. Hamblick able to work his way back to the second. Trey Mitz, Johnny Hemby, Marcellus Bruin, Joe Walker all battling for a position there. You can see making some headway on the high side is Darren Fay. Fay making some moves up 6 positions. Biggest mover of the race so far here. Gonna roll from 12th all the way up to 6th. We'll see if he can't reel in a few more in front. That battle for the top spot heating up once again. Hamlink showing the way. Bottom of the racetrack. He'll regain the race lead, and Trey Mitt still looking for a way to get to that second position. Just hasn't been able to find a ground to secure that run. Marcellus Bruning and Johnny Hamby going at it now. Your pole sitter seems to be having some struggle with the long run. Gonna wash up the racetrack. Big wash up the racetrack. That's gonna open up the door for Fay on the high side. The Atari 2600, number 9 of Darren Fay, going to take that position away, and Johnny Hamby will fall out of your top 5 back to, oh my gosh! Oh my goodness, Daryl Weininger, oh my. Let's jump right to the replay. This is going to be a brutal hit to the outside safer barriers. Oh my goodness, 3 wide for first, in contact with the front tire. Oh my gosh. Ed Weininger, big time trouble. Now we'll jump back, take a look at it one more time. On board with the note. Oh my gosh. Absolute hard hit right there. Oh my goodness. One more look at it from inside the cockpit. There you see the contact, the hard contact with the outside wall, and just nowhere to go. And I believe that may have been Bill Smitham coming in a little bit late, catching a piece of that action. And that's all she wrote. So, right at the halfway point, we get ourselves a little bit of an intermission as drivers head to pit lane to get fuel and tires. We're going to head to a quick commercial break, pay a few bills. You know how that goes, so race fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with all your green flag action right here from Phoenix International Raceway.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And back live trackside as the pace car ducks off, we get back underway here from Phoenix International Raceway, jumping on the gas and going through the gears up at the front of the field. Well, it looks like we've got a little bit of an issue here. Race leader Christopher Hamling has some trouble, and he's going to give up that top spot. Bruning gonna reassume the race lead, or assume the race lead, I should say, for the first time here in season number 2. Your season 1 champion looking to defend his title and show why he claims the crown. Bruning with the race lead. Caution on the track, caution on the track. Once again, third caution of the night going to come out with contact between Chris Brown and Trey Mitz. The 35 and 37 going to come together, and that's going to put us back under caution for the third time. So what do you say we go back, check the replay? Onboard camera shot here. There you can see that Scuderia Ferrari Lotus 79 machine to his outside. There's the contact, and around Chris Brown goes. Noses it into the outside wall. That's going to need a little bit of repair as Brown and Mitz both get headed back in the right direction. We'll jump back up front with your race leader Marcellus Bruning going to take the top spot as we find ourselves back at pace speed behind the iRacing pace car. 3 drivers now listed down and out of tonight's race. Daryl Weininger will join Kim Quick and Austin Dabbs back at their haulers. Keeping our eye on pit road, the 37 of Chris Brown has made his way down pit lane. Looks like he's going to bring his machine to the attention of his crew for the second time here under our third caution from Phoenix International Raceway. You're watching the Catus Corral 80 with the iSplash Retro Kart League. Phenomenal racing action all race long. There's been side-by-side battles for the race lead. There's been battles from third on back. Everybody fighting for a position, trying to kick their season off on the right foot. See who's able to walk away with the checkered flag and the race win. Here in just about, about 32 laps? So less than 40 miles remain in the official race distance. We will crown our first season winner here in just a handful of moments. Don't go anywhere. Don't get up. I hope you've already got that popcorn popped and you got your drink ready to go, because we're getting ready to go back green flag racing this time by. The boss man in the flag stand has given the field the one finger wave, and we'll get set to go back under power and back up to speed as the field makes their way through the dog leg and around the back stretch of this beautiful 1 mile racing facility. The iRacing pace car lights are off. Our good buddy Mr. Smith enjoying the pace car duties here tonight from Phoenix. He's going to soak up some sun and be with us for the next 3 weeks of this West Coast swing as we get ready to swing back into action off of turn number 3. And on the gas, green flag flies. Oh, once again, to hear from Phoenix International Raceway, Bruning getting off to a good jump. Hamlink sleeping just a little bit on the restart, and he's going to fall into the clutches of Darren Fahey. Fahey right there, one of the fastest drivers in happy hour. Had a little bit of a rough go at it in qualifying deep in the field, rolled off of the starting grid all the way in the rear. Shotgun Sally on the starting grid, and here he is inside of the podium looking to grab a handful of more positions. Can that 9 make up the gap? Can he get the job done? We'll have to wait and see. And we'll drop that timing and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along and find your favorite driver just like we do right here in the production booth. And while we're at it, while we got you here, if you haven't already, race fans, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. It is right around the corner, and as always, show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Quick subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe one of our many sponsors, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So while you're here, don't forget to show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Interesting moment on track. The 37 of Chris Brown has to bring his machine back to pit road, and he is going to lose a ton of time with having to make this green flag pit stop. Brown caught up and involved with an on-track incident that brought out caution number 3, and he is now suffering the consequences. Field stretching it themselves out just a little bit, so what do you say we jump up to your race leader with just about 25 laps to go when we cross the line this time around? There you go, 25 to go. And the Cactus Corral 80, Marcellus Bruning showing the way, season number 1's champion, looking to set the tone for season number 2, and Bruning is in that top spot once again. Hot on his trail once again. He was right there at the end of season number 1, and he is right here. Once again, Hamlink running very well in that 3M Scotch target. Number 82, Lotus Machine. Hamlink sits in second. Biggest mover of the race. We're going to make a big splash here. Hailing all the way from Melbourne. That's right. Bringing some thunder from down under. The man inside, the number 9, Darren Fahey, making some headway in the Atari 2600 machine. Can Fahey make his way up to second? Now going to look to the inside of Hamlink, and he will grab that position in turn number 3. Fahey continues his run to the front. Meanwhile, losing a little bit of ground to your podium drivers is your pole sitter. Inside of his RCA 15, familiar red paint scheme, Johnny Handy had a great run to try to claim the crown in season number 1. Felt just a little bit shy in his quest to do that. Looks like he's having a little bit of struggle with the race pace. Your pole sitter sits back in 4th. Joe Walker right here sits in the final position inside of your top 5, but it is a highly contested position. As you can see right now, James Smith going to look to the inside. The 69 going to take that position away. Number 69 moves into the top 5 for the first time, and that's going to bring Trey Mitz into the battle and up into the mix. 4 cars battling for the final spot inside of your top 5. And as this battle rages on, let's go check out what's going on at the front. Marcellus Bruning keeping the field at bay, and Hamlink is not letting these top 2 step away. Big battle for the race lead down in turn number 1. Darren thinking twice about making the move, does not make that move, and he will pay the price, keeping it wound up at the top side of the racetrack. Hamlin gonna reclaim second. And as we continue to click off these laps, we're going to continue to jump around the track just a little bit. What do you say we jump back now to that battle that continues to rage on? Smith, Walker, Mitz, all going at it. After a little bit of contact with the 37 of Christopher Brown, Troy Mitz able to get his ship righted and sailing in the right direction and sailing deep into the corners. And goes Mitz, and he will take that 6th spot away from Walker, who's trying to grab it back, but it looks like he's struggling for a little bit of rear grip. Car seems to be washing up just a little bit in this dirty air. And we've got a pass for the race lead once again up at the front. Here we go. Christopher Hamlin going to take that top spot away. Bruning going to try to fight back on the bottom of the racetrack, down through the dog leg and back into turn number 3. Here comes Bruning. Back to the front, back to the point, crossover, not going to work, not going to happen. Says Bruning. Not going to make that work this time around, and back into turn number 1. Bruning continues to lead Hamlin and Vahey back in third. Close racing here for that top spot, racing it out for the race win with 15 to go. 14 now that we've crossed the line. These drivers have been going at it all race long, and what a way to kick off season number 2. There's some great wheel-to-wheel action here with the iSplash Retro Kart League. Each and every Friday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You can catch all of your green flag action each and every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there, get your adrenaline fix in, and kick off your weekend right. As Bruning looks to kick off season number 2 the right way and take the checkered flag, but can we see a newcomer, a fresh face, head to victory lane and spoil the show? Looking to the inside goes the 9. He has been fast all race long, has made his way from the tail end of the field. That's right, rolled off of the starting grid in dead last. And here he is now with 12 to go, battling for your race lead. Looking to the inside into turn number 1, we go side-by-side battle between Bruning and Fahey and Hamlin right there, ready to pick up the pieces should these two tangle. Wow. Try to gain the track position. Hamlin right there, the catbird seat. He'll go side-by-side now with Darren down at the bottom of the racetrack. Hamlin has enjoyed the runs from the high side, but it looks like the grip slowly starting to go away on the high side. He is able to complete the pass, but he right there still running in that 3rd spot. Your top 3 have stepped away from everybody else. Trey Mitz sits in 4th, 3 seconds behind. We've got a battle 4th, 5th, 6th. Mitz, Walker, and Smith all going at it. As Johnny Hamby has trouble. Johnny Hamby, your pole sitter, with trouble. He's going to head straight for pit road. Late race woes for Johnny Hamby, your pole sitter here tonight. Had a little bit of a rough go with the race pace, and he's going to have an issue and head to pit lane big time. Hit in the points there for Hamby. He's going to fall all the way outside of your top 5 and back into that 8th position as we cross the line. Just 7 miles remain here tonight in the iSplash Retro League Cactus Corral 80. Big move by Bruning. Fake to the inside, darn it back to the high side. Going to try to pinch Hamlin down on the bottom of the racetrack. Not able to get close enough that time around, and look at the run on the high side. Bruning gave a little bit up through the center of the corner, but a huge run off of corner exit. And again, there goes that run. There goes that advantage to the high side. Able to stay in the gas a little bit longer. Jump onto the gas a little bit sooner. And here we go. Drag race to the line. They're going to give the lap to Hamlink. Final 5 laps in the opening round of season number 2. The Catus Corral 80 has not disappointed. 4 different race leaders. They almost touch. Your race leaders almost make contact. Oh my goodness. Back side by side for that top spot. Hamlink at the bottom, Bruning at the top. 3 laps to go this time by, and it's a 3-way battle for all 3 of your podium positions. And oh, trouble! Trouble, big trouble! We've got cars flipping! Oh my! Big hit, and he is upside down, turtle shelled and all. Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh, and that camera has been through a rough night. I tell you what, let's go back, let's take a look, let's ride with Hamlink. This late race incident down into turn 1. Sliding the rear and up the track into the side of Fahey, and he goes for a ride as well. Let's jump on board now. Let's take a look from inside of that number 9. Tried to miss it. Nope. Up and over and a long slide on your lid. That is something you never want to see inside of a race car. And that's the all asphalt where the sky should be located. Big time hit here late in the race for both of those drivers. Hamlink running well, has an issue with the grip. And with our 4th caution of the night, we will end tonight's race in a little bit of an anticlimactic way. No green-white checkers, because we're keeping it old school here in the Retro Kart League. That's right, the iSplash Retro Kart League, keeping it to the old school style rules of open wheel racing. No green-white checkers. And tonight's race will end under caution. Season number 1's champion finds a way to get the job done. He's going to gain 8 spots and he will walk away with the checkered flag in first. Joe Walker, a great run here by Joe. He's going to finish in 2nd. Bill Smitham right behind him will finish out your podium drivers. And that's going to be it off of turn number 3 for the final time. The Catus Corral 80 right here from Phoenix International Raceway goes in the books officially, and Marcellus Bruning takes the first checkered flag here in season number 2. Great job, great run by Bruning and all of the drivers out there tonight. Late race troubles at the front of the field. Take out 2 out of your top 3 drivers. And that's going to spell trouble for them. They're going to fall a little bit through the field here. Looks like the 9 going to settle around that 7th position as Hamlink somewhere inside of the top 5. It looks like may be able to walk away with 4th here. What a crazy finish. What a crazy race. And as Bruning makes his way around on the cool down lap, he'll get to the front stretch and give all the fans in the stands a photo opportunity. So as post-race celebrations begin to get underway, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interview, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's race to kick things off for season number 2 in the Ice Splash Retro Kart League. Checkered flag coming moments ago, but let's first dive right into it. Let's see if we can grab a few words with some of our podium drivers. Looks like we do have one driver available. Let's see if we can't go to him now. Let's see if we can catch a few words with the man that walked away third here tonight inside of his 55 machine. Bill, it's Dave. You got a copy?
I don't know if I've got a mic or not.
I got you now, Bill. You still got us? You with us?
I got you.
All right, there you go, Bill. How you doing? How you feeling after a fine third place finish to kick things off here in season number 2?
Incredibly lucky. I touched somebody early on. Got really tired of listening to the crew chief say 23-8 over and over again while the whole field rode away, and then somehow at the end I ended up third.
Sometimes it pays to be in the right place, right time. You were running decently well here tonight. A little bit of trouble in front of you. You inherited the spots and the positions. So after a great start to tonight's race, I'm going to look forward here. Next week, we head to the first road course of the season. How are you feeling about turning left and right in these Lotus machines next Friday night?
Hey, left and right is more my thing than going left all the time. I'm still learning the ropes on this going round and round bit.
Well, yeah, it's it's tough for me. I don't want to group anybody into a specific genre or anything, but most of us NASCAR guys, well, we're exactly the opposite. We're used to turning those left hands, and when you get us into those right-handers, we kind of don't know what to do with our hands. So I understand the thought process there, but I promise you it's going to come to you. Great road course racers always make great oval racers as well. So, Bill, again, congratulations on your first podium of season number 2. We hope it's the first of many more to come. So before we let you go here tonight, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Hey, thanks to everybody that let me get up in third place.
I hear you. Well, again, congratulations, Bill, on your third place, your podium finish here tonight, and we'll see if we can catch up with you next week at Long Beach.
Catch you next week.
All right, there you have it. Final few words for the man that walked away in third here tonight. Inside of his 55 machine, Bill Smitham takes the third spot. Walking away second on the racetrack, but unfortunately not available for a post-race interview. Second spot tonight belongs to Joe Walker inside of the 44 machine. Walker was right there at the end of the race, able to capitalize on the contact with two drivers in front of him, and Walker will walk away second, and that's going to move us right along in the running order, right to the man of the moment, the man of the hour. Kicking things off the way he ended the season, and that's at the front of the field. How you doing, champ? How you feeling after this race win?
I'm pretty pumped, Dave. This was awesome. This is absolutely crazy. Super, super close all race long with everybody. I was actually struggling in the beginning a little bit. You know, being behind two wide, three wide, two rows of cars. I mean, they take away all your air.
Yeah, very close racing all through the field, all race long to be a matter of fact. And Mark, you started deep in the field already. You started, I believe it was back around the 8th, 9th position here tonight, and was stuck in traffic for quite some time. And you mentioned the aero push. Did that have any effect on the tire strategy at all here tonight?
No, not really. The aero push is really not that bad on this car, but like I said, if you're behind two rows of double wide in front of you, yeah, then it's going to be a little bit of a factor. So you just have to lift a little bit, especially in turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4 were pretty much okay. I lifted sometimes, some a little bit, but not very much. But no, as a matter of fact, when we did stop under that second yellow, I didn't take tires at all. My tires were fine.
So tires not a factor here on the oval. What do you think it's going to be like next week when we head to Long Beach to kick things off for our first road course race?
I think just like last season, Long Beach is going to be an exciting race. I love the track; it's one of my favorite tracks. That we saw Johnny Hamby do really well there last time. Sean Langton, hopefully he comes back. He was doing really good, and I think we got some new names in the group here, Darren and Daryl, and they're very fast guys. I mean, I think it's just going to be a matter of time. They're going to catch up with all of us.
Yeah, the field was really super close, all race long. Really, just in the cautions, we're just racing incidents. Everybody just going after it, trying to get what they can here to kick things off the right way here at the start of season number 2. You fortunately found your way around any of the trouble and issues and found your way back to victory lane. So congratulations on the first race win of season number 2. So Mark, you know how we do things. We're going to step back and the mic is yours.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I think, again, it was super close. It was a great race. Anybody that's watching this and thinking, I want to be a part of that, you're welcome to join the club. I want to thank iSplash for joining the series as a title sponsor. I want to thank you, Dave, for setting up a great show every time we race. We really appreciate what you're doing for us. So I want to thank my team for setting me up with a great car tonight. And again, everybody just did a great job. It was awesome.
Again, Mark, always a pleasure to catch up with you in these post-race interviews, and always prideful to see you raise that checkered flag in victory lane. Congratulations on the race win here to kick off season number 2. We're sure we'll talk to you again at some point in time. So until then, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Race winner Marcellus Bruning walks away with the checkered flag after gaining 8 positions with a run at the end of tonight's race. What a run there by Bruning and his entire crew, showing you why he was season number 1 champion. Bruning takes the first checkered flag of season number 2. What a run, what a night of open wheel action here with the iSplash Retro Kart League live from Phoenix International Raceway. And as you can already hear, producers hitting those buttons in the background, you know the sounds, you know it's time for us to run down the unofficial race results right here in the Cactus Corral 80. Race number 1 of season number 2, Marcellus Bruning walks away in the top spot with Joe Walker right behind him in second. Bill Smitham finds a way to make it to the podium here tonight. Smitham will walk away in third. Leading a handful of laps here, late race contact and trouble takes out the 82. Hamlink will finish in fourth with Darren Fahey walking away in fifth. 6th tonight belongs to the 35 of Trey Mitz. James Smith finishes back in 7th, and sliding home in 8th is your pole sitter Johnny Hamby. Has issues late in the going, and the 15 will finish in 8th. Chris Brown back in 9th. Daryl Weiniger closes out your top 10. Kim Quick and Austin Dabbs early trouble in contact puts those drivers at the tail end of the field. Quick will finish in 11th with Dabbs walking away in 12th. And well, that's gonna do it. That's gonna be it. We're gonna begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords and get ready to head out to Long Beach for next week's iSplash Retro Kart League Grand Prix. Don't miss a thing. You know you love all the racing action, so Join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers the love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell. Over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. For myself, Dave in the Cave, and everybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.